crypto friends, how's it going? I'm Michael Zelbel. In this video, I want to provide liquidity on a brand new decentralized exchange. The exchange is called ArvSwap and it's at up.arvswap.org. The liquidity pair that I want to provide is a stablecoin pair. It is US dollar coin, USDC, and US dollar Tether, USDT. You might say a liquidity pair with two stablecoins will not bring a lot of yield, and that might be, but over here on ArvSwap, it also might be different because ArvSwap is brand new. When I go over to farm, then I see estimated APRs for different liquidity pairs, and USDT USDC is currently estimated at 208% APR. Now, take this with a big grain of salt because the reality might be much lower. The rewards over here, they are paid out in the ArvSwap token, and that token is not even launched. And yes, it's a DEX token, a decentralized exchange token. And this kind of tokens, they often decrease in value pretty darn fast. So this whole video is no financial advice. Please, stablecoins, new blockchains, new smart contracts, that's all risky because it all can get hacked and then you lose your coins. So please do your own research and then take your own decisions. I said a brand new blockchain. Why that? Because ArvSwap is on the Astar network, and that's a Polkadot parachain. It's meant to be a DApp hub, so it wants to connect DApps from different blockchains and then leverage Polkadot. And I think Astar is a fantastic asset, but let's go back to ArvSwap because that's where I want to do something today. On ArvSwap, I can view the details regarding liquidity providing. Over here, they are explaining the ArvSwap token because, like I said, rewards are paid out in the ArvSwap token. And here are the tokenomics and a lot of other details. Let's have a look in the FAQs. The FAQs say this token is not live yet, but it will come in Q1 of this year. And another interesting section might be how to start on ArvSwap. And there I find the Astar faucet because Astar as a blockchain has its own token too, and I will need this token in order to pay transaction fees. So let's check out how to use the Astar faucet. First, I have to go to the Astar portal. Let's do that. And there I have to connect my MetaMask, but my MetaMask does not know the Astar network yet. So far, it knows Ethereum, Avalanche, and Binance Smart Chain, but not Astar. So when I now connect my wallet, I say I want to connect with MetaMask. And then when I click Next on MetaMask and connect, then it asks me, allow this site to add a network. And this is the Astar network mainnet. And of course, I want to allow this, so I click on Approve. Now I switch to the Astar network, click Next, click Connect, and then I am connected over here. Now I can click on Faucet over here, and it will send me a tiny amount of Astar token once I confirm. But maybe this amount is enough because the transaction fees on Astar are very low. This has arrived. Now I should see that in my MetaMask. There we go. So I have 0.002 Astar, but nothing else. The coin that I want to use today is actually on the Binance Smart Chain. So let's go back there. There I've got 5.25 BNB. I purchased this on Binance.com. It was $2,000 US, And this is what I want to provide in form of stablecoins. Let's go back to ArvSwap and let's go to the bridge, because I have to bridge over this Binance coin and swap it into stablecoins. I will connect my MetaMask wallet. And it is still on Binance Smart Chain because I just changed that, but that's okay because I want to bridge over something from Binance Smart Chain. Over here, it says BSC, the Binance Smart Chain. That's fantastic. I want to bridge from Binance Smart Chain to the Astar network. And I want to bridge Binance Coin. And I could bridge everything, but I need a tiny bit of BNB in my MetaMask for transaction fees. And the value of BNB increased a little bit since I bought it. So I think 5.1 BNB should be enough for what I want to do. Or let's make it a little bit more, then I get 5.1 BNB on the Astar network. Okay. It says the fee is super small and the time, well, it might take 5 to 20 minutes. And I receive another tiny amount of Astar, which I can use for transaction fees. So let's click on transfer. Let's confirm the transfer and approve that in MetaMask. I click confirm. And now it says your transaction has been sent to Binance Smart Chain. Now I have to wait. Okay. This seems to be done. It took around about 4 minutes. That was fast. When I go to history, then there is my transfer. And when I click on MetaMask, I should see that my BNB is gone from the Binance Smart Chain. However, when I now change to the Astar network, I will not see it because I did not add BNB as an asset over there. I think I can do that from over here because it says 5 BNB and here is a MetaMask symbol. Add to MetaMask. Let's click that. And I say add token. I open MetaMask again. And there I have my BNB coin, 5.1. Fantastic. With that, I can go back to ArvSwap. And there I go to swap. And now let's swap BNB for US dollar coin. And I want to swap half of my BNB, or let's say I want to have 1,000 US dollar coins. Okay. I have to do 2 things. First, approve spending the BNB and then approving the swap. So let's do this. Approve BNB. I confirm in my MetaMask. This takes a moment. And now I can swap. Confirm the swap and then sign this in my MetaMask. Gas fee is really tiny. I like that. I close that. Now I want USDT. I would like to get 1,000 if I still have enough BNB after the previous transaction. Let's wait for a second until the previous transaction completes and my balance updates over here. Fantastic. But now I don't have enough BNB anymore. Okay, let's say I want 990 USDT. No, doesn't want to give me that. 980. Okay, that's working. I already approved spending BNB. Now I can directly swap, confirm the swap, scroll down and confirm. Okay, let's wait a second until that completes. The swap is done, fantastic. Now I can go to the pool. Over here I click Add Liquidity. I want to add my USDT. I want to add all of them. And I want to add USDC as my second coin. Now I have to approve both of these coins and then the supply. Let's do all of that. Approve Tether USD. Click confirm. Approve USDC. I confirm that too. Now let's wait until both is approved. And then I can click on supply. This gives me a tiny amount of liquidity tokens. It has so many zeros it doesn't even fit into this window over here, but it doesn't matter. I click confirm supply and confirm that in MetaMask. Close this window and this has been added. Fantastic. When I now go to farm, then I should be able to see my liquidity there. And yes, it says mining. Okay. And it says my estimated monthly earn is 1,934 RSwap tokens. Well, I guess this figure will go down very fast because more people will come into this pool and it will get diluted very fast. And also, we don't know what the RSwap token is going to be worth. This is a big, big question mark. But anyway, I will just check back in a month and then see if the token is launched already. And for now, I just see this as a parking place for some stablecoins. In case our economy is heading into a recession, then the prices of cryptocurrencies, they might go down significantly. Now, this would be a fantastic buying opportunity, but only if I have some stablecoins or let's say fiat money ready to be invested. So why not trying to get some rewards for stablecoins in the meantime? And since this exchange is brand new, the rewards might be good, but let's see. I hope you found this video useful. Let me know in the comments how you see that. Let me also know in the comments if I made mistakes over here, if I should do something different in case you noticed something, because I never used RSwap or the Astar network ever before, and I'm also pretty new to DeFi as such, so I guess I still make a lot of mistakes. But okay, no problem. I hope I see you in the next video.